Hey friends, welcome back. Today I am kind of behind on YouTube, honestly. I had a whole video planned for a pantry makeover, declutter, like a big project, and then life just caught up to me, and that's gonna be, I need some more time to finish that one. So I thought I would still give you some decluttering content and some chatty stuff because we haven't done a coffee and chat video in a long time. I cannot have coffee today because we are pregnant and I have already maxed out my caffeine for the day, very sadly. But I have lots of stuff to declutter, and so I thought I would like combine the two. It is my least favorite thing to organize and declutter and manage in my house. By far, it is the girls' clothing because I hold on to the clothes they outgrow for future babies, but then I hold on to too much, and now I have like so many bins of things to do. And then every season I have to go through and pull out the clothes that don't fit, all of that stuff. If you are a mom, you've done this. It's just not fun, especially the like managing and keeping and deciding, is this worth saving for a future kid or not? So today, not only did I go through and pull out all of the girls' clothes that don't fit them, and I need to like sort what's like worth saving, I also want to go through these bins of clothes that I have already like done this process to and am storing, and want to like pare this down a bit because this seems excessive to me. I also want to talk about some fun things on my channel. I don't even know if it's fun. I have my phone somewhere with a list. Okay, things I want to discuss. Decluttering project and how that has affected our life, how that's been going for us, how we feel about decluttering. I want to talk about where we are in the home renovation stage because I think most of you are at my channel because you like the DIY makeovers, and where we are, like a status update on why there haven't been a lot of room makeovers. I also have a few things about baby number 3 to talk about, like his name. I don't think I'm going to share his full name, but I will definitely give you some hints and steer clear from some of the names that you guys have been guessing. I'll also talk about money a little bit, I guess. It's kind of tied into the home renovations. Like home renovations are expensive, but like money's a sticky subject and I want to talk about it. I also want to talk about Instagram, Homeschool Preschool. But first I need to start rolling on the girls decluttering because we could sit here and chat all day. We just went to Trader Joe's this morning, so I have all of my Trader Joe's bags ready. And then the first thing I'm going through isn't even like from our, what's it called? Like the girls' clothing. It's actually just like random bins that I had stacked up in Madeline's closet. We have not completed her closet in her room. We need to put a door, we need to like finish it, put shelving. Like it's just like bare drywall in there. So I'm just stacking tons of crap in there. And so let's go through some of that stuff, and I want to like free up some space. I want to start talking about the decluttering project and how it has affected our life. Full transparency, the main reason I'm doing it is to create content for you guys. Decluttering is some of my most popular content here on YouTube. You guys enjoy it. It works well in the algorithm. It helps more people find my channel. My channel has been doing better the last couple of months now that I've been focusing more on like home stuff rather than like real life things, which is all good. And it's helpful for me because when I make a video every single week, knowing I need to do that and check that off my to-do list really motivates me to get stuff done that I don't want to do. Like right now, I kind of like feel like I need to make a YouTube video for tomorrow and get this done, and might as well be productive and share something you guys like want to see, which is this decluttering content. So the YouTube part of it and like filming and making like videos for myself is way more motivating than I think you guys might appreciate or understand, because like two birds, one stone. I'm kind of like working, but I'm also getting this stuff done in my house that's been annoying me, and it's been so nice. Like it has just like kept the ball rolling for me and like motivating. It's just like easy wins, successes, things that I see left and right, especially as like other parts of my house, because of all the renovations, feel chaotic and like all over the place. Knowing that like we're making progress in the organization of my home and like managing the inventory that I keep and my systems and just like our daily life stuff under control feels great. Now I will say the negative side to doing decluttering for YouTube is that I struggle a lot with, not struggle, but like I will come across small decluttering projects and I feel like I shouldn't do them off camera. Like for example, my nightstand drawers are an absolute nightmare. They're a disaster. I cannot stand them, but I keep like, every time I go to organize them, I think, well, I should do it in a video. And then it like never gets done basically. And it's a lot of cycles of doing that. So that's like the negative side, is that I definitely think that I have to film all of the decluttering I do, or else like what's the point of it? Even though obviously there's benefits to decluttering outside of that. But that's like the downside of YouTube. It motivates me to do these big projects, but when I come across like the little daily stuff, I am way less inclined to like get to it right then, because what's the point? Like, what am I gonna get out of it? Oh, and the last thing I will touch on about like decluttering in the home is that I'm feeling like overwhelmed a little bit. Like I didn't expect to feel this way at all when I started this project of I feel like I need to go do different areas of the house and like declutter different spaces. But now I'm like, oh, I have to do like the whole home. Like I need to go through everything in my house that needs to be decluttered because I have a messy garage, I have a messy downstairs basement, like, and I feel like I actually really need to go address all of those places when like it could wait, but I feel almost not, I don't want to say obligated. I don't know how I feel about it, but just adding it to my to-do list of like, we are decluttering everything in my house. It just gets overwhelming because I'm like, when am I possibly going to go through my garage? When am I going to go down into that basement again and go through the entire basement? I'm also realizing I should be looking for gender neutral things that I can pull out because we have a lot of baby girl things, but we're expecting a baby boy. I'm going to start doing that now. So it does feel sometimes like overwhelming, or like I walk into different parts of my house and now all I can think about is how I need to declutter that for a video. Or like, oh, I walk into my basement and I'm like, yep, that's definitely going to be on the to-do list of things to take care of. And that can seem, I don't want to say stressful. It's less fun than like the easy wins that we normally are getting from these projects. Now, as far as home renovations go, and that whole process in our life, home renovations have kind of stalled out. And I personally, like me, not my husband, I feel like very okay with that. Like I feel so content to finally be in our home, to have a beautiful bathroom. Like having the bathroom done is really all I needed. And then the girls' rooms, like both of our girls have beautiful rooms. And so I feel really good about like, I don't feel bad that they're like living in squalor or anything. So I think that is a very nice thing to have going on, is that we've got both of their stuff taken care of. Like I can check that off as like, I'm a good mom. I don't feel bad about that. And the bathroom. So like our day-to-day life is really like, I don't even notice that half of our house is basically just drywall studs, even though it is. So I don't think I've lost motivation on the house projects, but I just feel less of like the urgency to be like, we have to get this done. We need to like cross this off our to-do list. We need to get that video out. I personally do not feel that feeling at all right now, which I am so grateful for, because if I was like sitting in a house full of that level of discontentment, I think I would be living a sad life, basically. Not to say if you're unhappy in your home, you're living a sad life. I just think that for me right now, I am so happy that I am happy in this house, if that makes sense. But where we are currently is, once again, working on making our way through Madeline's room. Still have a long way to go in there. We need to repaint the ceiling. We need to install her closet door, install all of the trim, install all the baseboards, like just so many more things that are on the to-do list. That's just, we've gotten busy and Christian's been busy at work. I talk about that all the time. But I also feel like that's not something talked about on YouTube a lot, is like when you are a stay-at-home wife, your husband's job definitely affects how productive you can be, what you are getting done personally. Like it does really have an effect on a lot of stuff going on. So I think I talk about my husband's job a lot, but I think it's also kind of justified, because as a stay-at-home mom, like how his work is going definitely has an impact on how my day is going, or like how like our home progress is going and whatnot. So that has stalled for a bit. And then the other major reason for a bit of a stall is with this baby coming, we are really needing to shift our financial focus. And rather than just putting all of our like cash flow, like disposable income, because everything in our house we've chosen to cash flow. We don't want to be doing debts or loans. We stay away from debt. We do have a mortgage, but other than that, we do not do any debt. So in order to like stick with that plan kind of, we need to pivot and start saving our money for a minivan. My current car is great. I love it so much. Christian, in fact, loves it even more than I love it, and he can't wait to have that as his like daily drive. Right now, he uses his work truck full time as his car, and it's just pretty inconvenient, honestly. He cannot pick the girls up from like their preschool or like run them around super easily, because the car seats are in my car and his truck is full of tools. So if he needs to take his car anywhere with the girls, he has to like fully unpack that, fully go through all of that and like clear it out, have room in the garage to put it all in. Like it's just a whole process and a half for him to do that stuff. We would really desire that work truck to become a company car that some of his workers could even go take to job sites and stuff, and then Christian would then take my car that I currently drive with the girls, and then we will purchase a third car, I guess, technically, even though like one's like a company car, a third minivan, a third car for our family. So we're trying to pile up our cash to pay cash for that minivan, and thankfully there's a big market with lots of minivans for sale. We just need to pile up some cash for that. And then after we buy that minivan, we also need to pile up some cash to pay for this birth. This is our first birth, not under the military's insurance. Well, we have insurance, but insurance really only covers like half of it. And if you want an epidural, that is out of pocket. Like, so many little nuances with all that stuff. So we're pivoting from spending money on the house projects. We're finishing up what we've already like purchased, and then we're pausing for a bit while we gain the cash and have that pocketed to go pay for the minivan, which is exciting. Like, I am ready for my minivan era. I am ready to be that minivan soccer mom. I am so excited. The car that I drive now I do love, but it's okay. It's still gonna be a part of our family. But the minivan will be such a blessing once we can put that in our fold. These like little boy pants. I don't see, I'm going through all these clothing and I'm kind of torn on if stuff is for little boys or for little girls or gender neutral or two in between to count. So that's that on money, is that we're just kind of like pressing pause. Like, we had to catch up on taxes in the beginning of this year, and now we're pressing pause to catch up on piling cash for this car, and then we need to pile up cash for the birth and like hospital fees and all that stuff. We're looking to spend like $20,000 on the van, and then we're looking to spend like, I think it's, if all goes according to plan and like smoothly with an epidural, I'm hoping the birth is like $3,500 ish out of pocket. So not like scary numbers, but we're just trying to be more mindful with the money that's coming in and how we're dealing with all of that. So we still have plans to do home renovations. We just have to shift our focus a bit with this baby. Obviously, like, children and medical bills and having a car everyone can fit in takes precedence over things like reframing our bedroom door and putting in new trim and building a new bathroom. Like, all of that stuff is secondary. Oh gosh. But that kind of addresses home renovations, where we are in the process. We're almost done with Madeline's room. That video will be coming out soon. I have an outdoor makeover that we are also almost done with. That'll be coming out soon. Oh, and then another holdup is that Christian needs to really take like a long chunk of time away from his job to be able to tackle our next house project, which is very big. Me and the girls are going to leave the house for like, honestly, it needs to be like at least like a month, it feels like. He needs to go reframe the bedroom door in our bedroom, obviously, and then when he's doing that, it's going to be messing with a ton of other stuff. So it's going to be framing out the master bathroom, framing out the, what's it called, our new laundry closet, framing our new master bedroom closet, and then it also includes rewiring the entire master bedroom, framing out 2 new windows we're putting in there, and it's just gonna be a whole like disturbance to our life beyond what we could even imagine to do all of that, I think. And not only is it gonna like disrupt me and the girls' lives, it's also going to disrupt Christian's life, because he needs to take like 2 or 3 weeks off of work to do that. And he currently has a very big house he's been working on with like one major client, and he's just not in a position or a place where he can just piece out from that responsibility for any length of time right now. So I don't know when that's going to happen. It's on the radar. We know like what's next. It's just a matter of finding the time to actually do it. Oh, now getting to some fun stuff for baby number 3. So I mentioned in the video where I did our gender reveal that we like had a name, or that my husband had a name for baby he really liked, and that I was like not too keen on it, but because he was really excited, I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, I'm in, you're on board. You basically already said this is the name, like, I can go with that. A lot of you were guessing in the comments that we're naming it after my husband, and you're kind of right. So my husband, his name, I refer to him as Christian because that's the name he goes by. It's actually his legal middle name, and we're not naming the baby Christian. We're actually going to name the baby after his first name, which is like a family name. So Christian has that middle name, or Christian has the first name. That's like the family name to carry on, but he just goes by Christian. So like his dad has this name, his grandpa had this name. This baby, our baby, will be the 4th to have this name in his family. The middle name is also my mom's middle name, which is very, very sweet for us. I'm very excited about that. Some of you were right in saying that like we're using a family name and using Christian's name, but it's not Christian's name. It's going to be his like actual first name, and I'm not gonna announce that just yet because I'm annoying. But I will tell you that Christian's first name starts with the letter J. So do with that information what you want. That's for baby number 3. We got that little situation sorted out. I feel we have his full name decided and all ready to go, so I feel good about that. Oh, another fun thing that you guys might care about is where is baby going to fit in this house? And I've mentioned before that we're gonna put baby number 3 in Daisy's nursery right now. Right now, my 2 girls are in separate bedrooms. And when he comes here, we're gonna eventually have that be his room. And so I'm gonna paint that blue, do a whole thing in there. When baby comes, I'm not gonna put baby straight into the nursery, so I'm not super worried right now about turning the nursery blue. I, in fact, plan on waiting as long as possible to move over the nursery into that. So my plan is baby comes in late August, and then I am going to keep both girls in separate rooms until we move baby out of our bedroom around 4 or 5 months. That's when we did it with both of the girls. That like works with our comfort levels and all that stuff. Baby will be in our bedroom for 4 or 5 months, and then around Christmas time, New Year time is when the baby will move into its own nursery, into Daisy's room right now. So that's when I'm gonna start worrying about transforming Daisy's room. I'm gonna enjoy it being one of the 3 rooms in this house that is done and totally like completed top to bottom. I think I'm actually gonna just speed through this bucket without talking to you guys, and then we'll catch up in a minute.
Where did the time go? How do we move so far away? Holding on, how much can we both take when life is an echo? I can't hear a word you're saying when life is an echo. I can't hear a word you're saying. Strong lessons burn brighter, that makes us 2 fighters. And what I'm asking tonight is, could we get back to where we started?
Okay, I've done most of the sorting. I realize I need to go back through and like pull out stained stuff that's like not worthy of being donated. But right now I have 4 full Trader Joe's bags. I have a pile of clothes that I did not realize fits Daisy right now from Madeline's old stuff, so that needs to be moved into her room. I pulled out a bunch of gender neutral stuff. I'm very excited about having this much stuff for new baby boy when he comes. So I'm feeling really good about this being done. I do have 3 full bins now still, but I think that's pretty good because I brought a bunch of clothes out from the girls' like current wardrobes. Like that's the thing with like the kids' clothing storage is like, once you have what you're keeping, you just have to keep adding more and more as they grow and get bigger and have more sizes and more things to hold on to. So I'm happy that like we kept the same number of bins. I decluttered enough stained items that are like too holiday specific. Like I don't need 4 different Christmas dresses that are size 12 months. Like I need to keep one of those. So I feel good about having that done. A little more work to be done about like putting this stuff into the girls' room. Like I said, sorting out the stained stuff, getting it out of my house. But the last thing we were chatting about was baby number 3 and how he's coming and how I'm just not dealing with the room situation or messing up with all of that stuff because it's just something I don't have to worry about yet. Some people online are like, you need to make the transition of like your two oldest sharing a room before baby comes and disrupts their routine, or like you want to have all of your nesting done before baby comes. Like all of these things online telling you have to do things a certain way. I feel very confident as a soon-to-be mom of 3 to just ignore the internet and know what's going to work for my family. And right now that's both of my girls napping in their own separate rooms, not needing to rush them into sharing a room just because they would have 2 months to adjust to that. Like in my mind, Daisy being 2 months older before we make the adjustment of them sharing a room and sleeping in the same room at night will be even better for them than like the 2 months of like adjusting to that before baby comes, if that makes sense. I think like Daisy's kind of on the younger end of sharing a room, but I know it'll be fine. We've like slept them in the same room before on trips and at people's houses and stuff. I don't have to make it harder than it needs to be. Like you don't need to overcomplicate it. And so because of that, I am not going to be touching that room and turning it into baby boy's nursery until then. And I'm very much at peace with that thing, with that like thought process and like decision being made. I am a little nervous about how I'm going to do it all. This like first week of like official summer for us, Madeline's little preschool has ended for 2 days a week. And so even just filming this video, like I had to work hard and juggle a bunch of things and like figure it out to squeeze this into our schedule, because now I have both girls full time and like it's a joy and it's fun and it's summertime and I'm like happy to be with them. But it does make me like wonder of like putting a 3rd baby in the mix. Like it's kind of hard to juggle full-time stay-at-home mom stuff with the girls, also like being present for my husband, filling my own cup and like doing self-care for me, and then still filming for YouTube and finding time for all of that. I definitely don't plan on stopping YouTube, but I do anticipate some struggles when baby number 3 comes and figuring out the whole like adjustment to our schedule and how that's going to work out. So we'll just see how that plays out. I'll appreciate the grace you guys extend towards me with less consistent uploads or less in-depth projects and stuff like that. That also kind of leads me to talk about a place called Homeco, which if you don't know is my small shop that I run, and I'm coming up, not really coming up, but like I'm thinking ahead of it being 1 year of having my shop. And the only reason I'm thinking about that is because like I have a lot of bills to pay at the 1 year mark. I have to renew my website for a year. I have to renew PO boxes. I have to do a lot of like administrative tax stuff and like things that I don't really enjoy doing. And I'm really debating, like every other day I switch my mind between downsizing the shop, closing the shop, just selling all my inventory, or just like taking the loss, because right now I'm probably through maybe 60% of my inventory that I've so far like brought into my shop has sold. So we're sitting on like 40% of my purchases. So I'm like sitting on a lot of cash that I put into this business. And I know it's low-key. It's like a little Etsy shop essentially. But I'm just debating on how I want to go with move forward with that, especially with, like I said, a third baby coming in. It's just one more thing to juggle. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy making the designs, processing them. I really, really love fulfilling your orders and writing you a personal thank you card, taking it to the post office, like all of that. I absolutely adore. And so I like part of me doesn't want to do that, but realistically, I don't want to lose money on this little side gig. Like I know that I'm still in the red right now, which I'm okay with. With the 1 year mark coming up, like I'm gonna have like a $300 website fee to pay again and all of these other things. And so I'm wondering if I should, especially with the new baby coming, scale back and like eliminate the fees associated with my website. When I run the website independently, I am responsible for paying my Tennessee state taxes and my sales taxes and all of these other like additional things that I have to remember to do. And just last night, I forgot the deadline to pay my monthly Tennessee sales taxes that I have to report, and I got charged a $15 penalty when I only had to pay like $5 in taxes to begin with. I had an additional $15 penalty because I was 3 days late because I'm a mom and I don't think about this stuff all the time. So I do wonder if pulling back on that is the move. Time will tell. But if you're interested in something on the shop, grab it while you can. Place called homeco.com while that website still exists. I'm thinking of moving to Etsy because it's just less stress on the tax front. Etsy manages all of my taxes. I can just close out my Tennessee state sales tax account and not worry about that deadline anymore. I can just run my full website on their platform. So I'm leaning towards moving in that direction as like for right now, scaling down my business while still keeping it open. That's my thought process. Let me know what you think. Something that's been glorious for me though has been quitting Instagram again. I made a video a couple months ago where I told you guys I was deleting it. I was just sucked into it and it's fully addicted. And then I let myself get back on it and then fall back into the same cycle like after a month-long break. And I've got like no issues with that. I'm like, I'm gonna use it when it serves me and delete it when it doesn't serve me. And for the last like month or two, it has not been serving me. I have just been addicted and wasting so much time. Like I have very little free time and it's very valuable to me. And when I caught myself spending so many hours a day using that little bit of free time on Instagram reels that they don't make me feel refreshed or like it's not enjoyable to me. Like watching a YouTube video, I love. I have my favorite content creators. I really truly enjoy watching YouTube content. That's like my bread and butter, or reading a book or something. Those like fulfill me. Instagram does not. I never like exit the app and I'm like, I feel better. If anything, I feel worse. I feel like I need to buy something. So all that to say, I deleted Instagram like maybe a month or two ago, so I've been pretty silent on there, and it's been great. I love it. I love it not being an option on my phone. But now I'm a little torn because there's things that I did really love about the app that I don't enjoy anymore, don't get to take part in, and that was like enjoying content from like certain creators I really liked. Like there's certain people that are solely like Instagram creators that I followed, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what they're doing. I wonder what their kids are like up to or doing this summer, or like fun things like that. So that's one thing that I miss. And then I also miss connecting with you guys. I really enjoyed posting on Instagram stories and like seeing that like immediate feedback of like sharing my daily life with you guys there. So I do miss that. I was listening to a podcast though, and she was talking about the same exact thing of like deleting the app. And she said Instagram used to be so much more fun for her like 5 years ago because you could reach the end of your Instagram feed. Like it would tell you like, now you have seen all of your friends' posts, and your feed was just people you followed or people you chose to see what their lives are about. And then once you were caught up, you were like, oh, that's it. Now it's a never-ending feed of millions and millions and millions of things, and you can never, like, you have to be able to pull yourself out of it rather than like the little nudge from the app saying like, you're caught up. I really miss that little moment. I think that would have been really helpful for like a healthy way to manage the app, but obviously I understand their job is to keep you on the app. So far I got it deleted. I think about it now and then because I do miss stories. I miss certain content creators. Like I like the app, but it was eating up too much of my time. So that's been something else that's been really good for me recently. And speaking of like current things that we're doing right now we're in our summer period. Oh, summer period. That was a very odd thing to say. Like we're out of like our normal like school year routine with our oldest daughter. Next year, Daisy will be joining Maddie at her preschool, so we'll have both of them there. Like they're very excited. Maddie loves school. Like she's still asking like, when do I go to school again? It's been so good for them, just 2 days a week for a few hours. But now that we're not doing that and Maddie's home full time, I feel like I need stuff to do, because like the girls look to me as like the cruise director of the day of like, Mom, where are we going? What are we doing? What's next? And losing those 2 days where I had someone else deciding that for my toddler and doing that kind of more structured activity, especially in the morning time when I think they need it the most, has been something that I knew it was a gap I wanted to fill. And at first I thought I was going to fill it with signing her up for activities. I was looking at ballet classes or gymnastic classes, which I think would be great for her. She would love them. But then I realized it's like 1 day a week, maybe for like half the summer that I can get those things signed up for. I then realized I could start a little homeschool curriculum with the girls. I follow this creator, Beth Grace Moore, and she's been doing like full year preschool with her 2 kids at home, or her 3 kids now. And she shared a video recently about all of the like curriculum she follows, and she shares a ton of stuff in that video. I just chose one little thing she shared in that video, and it's called the Peaceful Preschool, and it's made for like little preschool ages like 3 to 4 or 5, and it's just like letter-based curriculum. And when I say curriculum, I mean like they just give you the how-to for a bunch of crafts, and they map out your day. And so like one day we need to go to the library and check out the books they recommend for the week, and it's like Dr. Seuss books about apples and stuff like that, because the first unit is A for apples. So we went to the library one day and got our library cards and did that, and then we bring it home and read the books and talk about apples, and they do a craft about apples. And then we made little flashcards so she has letter recognition, and then we talk about like A says ah, so like it's like reading prep, but like it's very, very low-key. Like it's not homeschool, like it's not, she's 3, like it's very low-key. But I really, really enjoy it. It gives us like something to structure our day around. I call it table time in our house because like school in her brain means like going to our church and going to preschool. So I wanted to give it a different name of like at home. Let's do table time. We pull out our little games. We get up and we like hide, we like pretend apples around the house, and she has to go apple picking with the basket and find the things that I've hidden. And it's very sweet. So I'll link that down below. I got it, I like bought their digital PDF and then sent it to Staples to get printed. And honestly, I probably spent like $100 on like the printing of all of the sheets of paper, but it's been really, really good. We've done 1 week of it, but that's kind of what my plan is to get through this summer, is just to build a little more structure in our day-to-day and just give us something to do. Like it's someone who's already planned crafts for 4 days a week, and I'm like, that sounds ideal in my world. I think that's really everything I have to chat about. I need to go take care of the rest of this stuff that I'm staring at right now and organize that.